Hi, this tutorial shows how to plot parametric equations using Graphing Calculator 3D. To begin, let's change the graph type from regular to parametric. Here you can define your parametric equation using any combination of u and v variable. For example, x equals to u, y equals to 3, and z equals to 5 will give us a line. Increase the thickness, and this is what we get. The reason why we got the line is because we only use u variable. If you use both u and v variables, you will get a surface. Let's change it by saying z equals to u square. We get a parabola parallel to the x-axis. If I change x to 0 and y to u, we get the same parabola, but this time parallel to the y-axis. And if I change x to v, we get a stretched out parabola along the x-axis. And if I switch these around, we get the 90-degree rotated parabola. Now let's change y back to 0, and this time we use the v variable for z by adding v square to the z component. And here we get a surface, but a surface that is thin and parallel to the x-axis. So the y component is still 0, but we do get this nice plate. Alright, let's start with something else. V plus u for y, and we leave z as 0. And this is the plate that we get. If we change the y, dividing by 2, we get a plate. And now for z, we change it to z equals to u square. We get a parabola parallel to the plate that we saw earlier. If we change u to v, this is what we end up. And by adding u square, we get a 3D parabola parallel to the direction we had earlier. Now let's try something a little bit more complicated. X equals to cosine of u, y equals to sine of u, and z equals to u divided by 2 will give us spring. To change that to a surface, we'll add v and this is what we'll get. The u and v variables have a default range. To change the range, click on Override Default. Here you can modify the range by, for example, increasing the beginning range of u or the beginning range of v. In any way you want. To use the default range again, check off the override and it will return to the way it was. You can change the attributes of your graph, such as color and the appearance, using the draw settings. For example, changing the surface to line will give us a wireframe mesh, and to see both surface and line. Or to see a semi-transparent version of the graph. To try these examples yourself, you can download Graphing Calculator 3D from our website below. Thank you for watching.